Hey everyone, it's Delta, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. This tutorial is on a single piston underground setup. This setup includes everything, like I said, underground. All the wiring, all the pistons are all underground. The only thing that's above ground is our input source. The input source in this case is the pressure plate. So we'll give you a quick demonstration of it now. So standing on the pressure plate itself, the piston door, all the pistons drop down, allowing room for the sand to drop down and creating a hole. When we stand off, it goes back up. Walking through it, perfect timing to walk through. So it works on the principle of sand or gravel falling down with gravity. We can show you a broken down version of it. So we have our input source, which is a pressure plate that goes into the wiring. Wiring splits off into two directions, one to the left over here and one to the right. Then the left and the right go into two repeaters. One repeater sends it to the top piston, one to the bottom. The one that sends it to the bottom is actually on a delay, allowing for the perfect timing, otherwise the setup will not work correctly. This setup can be applied to both directions, so you can actually have pressure plates on both sides. It's actually really easy to set the second one up, because you've already got the junction already done. All we have to do is wire a pressure plate into our junction. This repeater over here is to stop the wire or the line interfering with the piston or the wiring over here or whatever. So that's really easy, really basic. So we're going to show you actually how to build your own. I'm in creative mode myself. It makes it so much easier to rapid prototype and to actually create tutorials. Otherwise, this can be done on survival quite easily. So first off, you want to dig this hole. This hole is a 3 wide by 7 long. So we'll dig it at 7 long. 7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 wide by 7 long by 3 deep. And this is to house all our wiring. It makes it a lot easier to work with when you have all the wiring, all the housings, all the room for the wiring already pre-built. Otherwise, it can get a bit messy. So we have a 3 by 3 by 3 by 7, or however you want to say it, as such. Now we want to actually start building this. So on our middle, so we find our middle, so it's 3 on each end. So we're on the 4th block over here. So 3, 4, 3, 4, facing towards where we want our door. We're going to walk up to the middle one over here and dig 2 down. So the middle one on the far, or where you want the door, 2 down. This will house our piston, so 2 sticky pistons will need to go into the hole. Directly to the left of the pistons, we want 2 blocks, and directly to the right, we want to dig down 2 blocks. On the opposite wall, so in the corner, 1 block over here, 1 block over here. These are our inverters or our junctions, so this inverts the signal. So that means the pistons are always up when we're not pressing on it. If you press on it, it inverts the signal, turns the pistons off. So we'll give you a better demonstration later on. So on the face of these blocks towards the actual door, we want to place redstone torches. As such. Now on each of the blocks facing towards the piston, we want to place a repeater. One to the left is set standard. One to the right is set onto the second last notch, if I can get it to light up properly. So the second last notch, so the one over here, just before the last one. Broke the block by accident. And this will house the wiring. So now we can wire up our torches by simply adding those 2 bits there and 2 bits over here as well. This wires directly into each one. So now we can note that both pistons are now extended, and now we are ready to place our blocks on top. So on top we place sand or gravel, either one. If I can get down. So either one that reacts with gravity. I'm pretty sure this one over here, you won't be able to see it at all, but you can place any block you want as long as it can be pulled down by the sticky piston itself. It really matters about these 2 over here, which are the ones that are actually needed for the gravity to fall up and down. Now to wire our pressure plate, we can do this by looking away from the piston, so on the wall behind the piston, in the middle again, we want to dig 2 in, and this is so we can run the wiring underneath the pressure plate. So directly under like such, into the junction, one left, one right. So that's all we need for that. That means on the top, two out, where our middle is, so that's where the line is, we can place a pressure plate, sorry. And now it should work completely fine. So without touching on it, the signal is not inverted, so we don't have a signal here. That means that these signals are on by default, turning the pistons on. We send a current, so we'll place something on the block. Our block is now powered, so the power goes in, it inverts it, so it turns off the power, turning off the signal for the pistons. Pretty simple and easy to make. Now you can make a walkway, which is pretty simple, by placing 2 blocks there or whatever you choose. And that's it. So if you want to do the opposite side, so wire up pressure plate for the other side, we can do that by counting how many steps back we want. I think I put it on number 4, so on the 4th one over here. Pretty need to break those 3, but on the 4th one over here. And because we can't simply run the power directly into the pistons, we need to wrap it around a bit, so we can make an L shape to go around. We need to sink it 1 more down, so going 2 down on each. And we can run some wiring through. Now, when it comes to the tricky part over here, we have to make it so it goes over the top of this repeater here and goes into the wiring without interfering with either the repeater or the piston. The way we can do this is place 2 blocks of any sort off the thing, so it extends it right into the thing without interfering with anything else. So we'll place redstone here. On this block, we need to place a repeater, simply because the repeater will ignore the piston here. If we placed wiring, the wiring would interfere with the piston itself and actually cause it to turn off and on when it shouldn't be needed. So now we can place sand on top of it here, or whatever you want. And we'll place our last pressure plate. So now this should work fine. As such. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the entire tutorial. This was a recap tutorial or a maker tutorial, because my last tutorial did actually corrupt itself when it was uploaded to YouTube. I apologize for that. But anyway, this is a long time coming. Hopefully you guys don't have an issue with me using creative mode. It makes it so much easier to rapid prototype and actually build these tutorials themselves. Otherwise, if you do, just say so, and I'll be more than happy to do them in survival mode themselves. I won't make anything ridiculously hard to make in survival mode. I've actually done this before, in survival mode before, and they're quite easy to build, so it's not too hard to build. So it's quite achievable. Otherwise, you can make it all pretty, add another room to the back, so we actually can create a room that you walk into, which is pretty easy to do, and we just build it up like this, and we can pull it out as such. If I could place blocks straight, making sure you keep the pressure plate in. And that's really all you have to do. So you can actually enclose it off. You could have a secret room or your entrance to your base as well. Anyway, if you like the tutorial, check out my other tutorials on my channel. Subscribe. I do have a 3x3 piston door tutorial, which utilizes this door itself along with some other pistons on the sides, which make it a 3x3. Check that out if you like this tutorial. Subscribe for more. I do frequent tutorials, and I also do Let's Play series within my world itself. So that's pretty much it. That's all from myself, from Delta. So Delta out from the Surfer Bros, and catch you guys later.